where Carlee was during the 49 hours of her disappearance. Today I've talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carlee to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement in its entirety, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person. My client did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone from the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, asks for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they are filed.
All right, with that, we'll take a few questions. As Officer Hale said, when I call on you, please state your name and your affiliation. Yes, sir.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610, 100.1 FM Summit Media. Chief, do we at this time, or does the Hoover Police Department know the whereabouts of Carlee Russell during that 49-hour period that she was supposedly missing?
Now, as I said the other day, was talking facts and everything. If I said anything today, would just be speculation. Actual facts, we do not.
Aaron Llewellyn, WBC 13. Can you tell us what her motivation was for doing this, if you can?
I wish I could tell you. I think only Carlee knows, and maybe her attorney now. But again, the statement that we received from him does not indicate any.
Brittany Gio, WBRC, can you give us an idea of what charges you may be filing against her?
That would strictly be up to the district attorney's office.
David Lamb, CBS 42, can you update us so that there is a meeting scheduled for this afternoon with the family, or
No.
when is that meeting?
Yeah, no, not a meeting with the attorney, not the family or Carlee. We have a meeting scheduled with the attorney, and that will take place some point tomorrow.
And there is no meeting with Carlee Russell or her family at this point?
Not scheduled, no, sir.
Bria Chapman with Fox 6, what's next to close this investigation?
Well, again, we want to talk to Mr. Anthony tomorrow and see if he has any more to discuss about the case. We'll certainly be asking if we will get an opportunity to again interview Carlee like we've wanted to since she returned.
Chief Stephen Quinn, ABC 3340.
Yes, sir.
Your reaction now, knowing that Carlee has admitted that this was made up?
Well, I'm glad that we got this. You know, we certainly laid the facts out to you guys and to the national media that had a lot of interest in this particular case. The sad thing is that again, there were so many people that were involved, took this thing very, very seriously, and again, we wanted the focus to be bringing her home. She got home. We're very excited about that. It is what it is. The facts, I think, last Wednesday pretty much showed that we knew that it was a hoax.
Please.
Lisa Crane with WBTM 13, do you know the expense you went to during this search? And if you don't have a dollar figure for us, just how big it was for you guys?
Well, it was all hands on deck, and we don't have a dollar figure yet, but we're certainly working towards getting one, and not only ours, but there'll be other agencies that had a lot of support that they gave us and had monetary expenses themselves.
Jonathan, with JLR investigates, are the parents under any investigation?
You know, as I said the other day, we were going to try to determine exactly those 49 hours. So right now, you know, anything's on the table. We still don't know what happened in those 49 hours, where she was, did she have any help? We have no idea. You know, I read the statement from Mr. Anthony. That's all we know.
Right.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 Summit Media. Chief, let me ask you this. What do you think prompted or provoked Carlee to do this kind of thing? And are there any kind of mental issues that the police department or the public should be concerned about, or just what?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, it's, this is this was elaborate deal. I mean, when you talk about calling a 911 and being up on the interstate, again, it would all be conjecture. So really, I don't know. I was hoping that we'd have an opportunity to interview and we'd be able to ask her those questions.
Were any others involved in putting this story together for her?
Mr. Anthony, in his statement, says there was not.
Liviana Calmes, WBRC, Fox 6 News. You said that you had a meeting scheduled and it kind of switched into a statement. Did they give any type of reason that switched?
No, they did not.
Back here.
Aaron Llewellyn, WBTM 13. Just for clarification, Carlee Russell is not in custody right now.
That is correct. That is correct.
Last question with David.
David Lamb, once again. So first of all, when did you actually see this letter? And second of all, do these admissions and the content of the letter alter the investigation at all?
No, not at all. We'll continue to investigate. We're still trying to determine where she was during those 49 hours. But I am glad that we received this. It at least puts some of the social media super sleuths hopefully at rest for a little bit as far as the conjecture of what everybody thinks took place. We know that by her own admission, it didn't happen. And, we're thankful for that.
All right, thank you guys very much.
Breaking news on WFLA Now.
Well, y'all heard it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let people up. But before we let people up, I'm going to give people some time to come in. So I'm going to play my music. And then once the music is done playing, we're going to let everybody up. I'm going to drop the link. And then once I drop the link, we're going to have a conversation for another few minutes. I'm going to leave this on. We're going to be up here for like a good 30, maybe 35 minutes, maybe, or something like that. So I know y'all got some things to say. So what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to play my waiting room music. And then after that, we'll be back. Okay, and we are back. Okay, we are back for this live. As far as us covering this case, with Carlee Russell. What is it? The press conference just went off. Now, as soon as I go live, somebody want to call me. But the press conference just went off. I did play it as it was going or whatnot. So what I'm going to do is to let you guys know some of the things that's actually been said before this press conference even went down. Now, first things first, I did tell you guys about how Carlee Russell's boyfriend was deleting posts, and not only that, he was telling people to stop bullying her, and then not to mention she had got fired from her job due to this situation. And now we were getting brand new developments on this case. Now, for those of you that's been up in here, y'all have been up in here for a while now. Y'all listen to the press conference and all that stuff. And I wish I would have did this live better than what I'm doing it now, but you know, to each his own. Everybody's live right now, but I really don't know what to say about this. It's another Justice Smollett situation, as we all see, as we all know. It's another Justice Smollett situation. She pretty much did this, you know, to get the attention of some man that really didn't care about her like that. You feel what I'm saying? And it's very unfortunate that that's what this is. And I think that there has to be some accountability in this situation, because I just feel like this. If we had to hold Jussie accountable for the BS that he pulled, Carlee needs to be held accountable. We can't let her just walk off without no repercussions at all. I mean, that's how I feel, because you had everybody sitting up here worried about you and things of that nature. But it's just like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Like we really don't know what's gonna happen with this case. We don't know if she's going to jail. We don't know anything right now. It's really crazy. This case is very crazy, and I just don't know where it's gonna go. But I'm at a loss for words because I don't know what they're gonna do. Like, it looks like she may get out scot-free with this situation. But what I'm gonna do right now, I'm just gonna go on and drop the link, because like I said, this ain't gonna be no long live. I just found out about this press conference just literally right before it started, and I knew I would go live about it. So right now, I'm dropping a link right now, and let me pin it so I won't have to constantly keep dropping it. So give me 1 second. The link is already in the chat right now. Shout out to the 129 people that is in the chat right now. I really appreciate you guys being here. Okay, give me 1 sec. And everybody turn your cameras off, because I'm turning mine off. I'd rather you guys turn all cameras off when you guys come up here. There's only one person back here right now. I'm waiting for like at least. Turn your camera off, ma'am. Thank you. It's 2 people back here right now. I'm trying to allow some more people to come up here before I allow this, because I think I'm going to let everybody up at the 15-minute mark. So if you want to come up, come up. I'm trying to pin this link. If you're a moderator, can you please pin this link if I don't get to it right now? I'm trying to do it from my phone. Never mind. I've done it now. So, let me see. Never mind. I've done it. So, oh, shit. I had my own self playing. Okay, so right now, yes, anyone can join. It don't matter who you are. Anyone can join. The link is pinned. All you got to do is click on it right now. We at the 14-minute mark. I'm letting people up at 15 minutes. At 30 minutes, we're ending this, okay? Because I got another video to do, plus the panel to do on Yakratis's page. So we got to get this show on the road right about now. So if anybody wants to come up, please do it now. I see 2 people back here already. And anybody is welcome. And I want you guys, if you want to come up now. Because like I said, I'm ending this at 30 minutes. So I want everybody to get their chance to say what they want to say and what they need to say and what their opinions are. Because I really want to know. All right. So we're about to hit the 15-minute mark. So let me let these people up. Let me go ahead and do that. All right, y'all have the floor. Either one of y'all can start.
All I gotta say is lock her ass up. Sorry for cussing, but lock her ass up and throw away the key. I'm sick of this, and I'm sick of talking about her every day, and she ain't got no type of punishment or legal punishment or any of that bull swanky there. I'm just saying, Jussie Smollett had to go to jail for 30 days. I say she had to go to jail for 45 days. That's just it, and that's all.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. Hey, Scotty, can you hear me?
Wait a minute, I was on mute. I was steady speaking and you couldn't hear nothing I said. How you doing?
Hey, Scotty, how you doing, hon?
I'm good.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you well.
Okay, the only thing I just want to add this. People search for this girl, donated money for this girl, and it all was a lie. And the thing that gets me, I just read yesterday, I didn't see the press conference, so I'm not sure what the latest is. But I seen yesterday she stopped cooperating with the cops. They need to file charges against her for calling 911 and reporting a false kidnapping. I mean, I'm like everybody else. I'm sick of it. She just need to be locked up. Get her. You know, I'm just tired of seeing and hearing about her because she lied, and we all know she lied. We know what her Google searches was, and now she's not even cooperating with the police. You know what? Like I said, I don't know what the latest is with her. Do you know what the latest is, Scotty?
Like when you oh my bad, Janae. I ain't see you back here.
Oh,
If
you
you
okay, Scotty?
but it's confusing because they're really not saying nothing.
Right, because she's not cooperating. The last
Yeah.
thing I read, they said they want to do a second interview with her, but she does not want to do another interview. So it's like we don't know. It's at a standstill basically because she's not cooperating, and they don't really know where to go with this investigation. But I'm glad she was fired. I'm glad she's getting all getting right now from the media because I'm telling you right now, she would never, she's only 25, 26 years old. She would never live this down. She's going to carry this with her for the rest of her life. And all the black women that are missing and really missing, I hope they still get the attention they deserve. And this doesn't take away from that. That's kind of all I
Right.
want to say. Just, you know, that's the sad part that we got people here that's really missing, that we really need to put our efforts in. And this one girl, I think because of her little pictures, her looks, she got a lot of attention. Let's keep it real. Little bathing suit pictures and everything of her out there, that kind of helps her get the media attention. It makes me sometimes wonder if looks, not only because we're black that we don't get the attention, but sometimes the way we look. You know, some of these girls are not getting the attention that she got. But that's all I got. I'll see you later tonight on the live.
All right. I'll
All right,
definitely see
thanks.
you then.
All right, Scotty, thank you.
All right. See you next.
Hey, Scotty, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you well.
Okay. So I think this case is really, really interesting because, a lot of people are saying like, yes, we know it's fake, but does she have a mental illness? Does she not have a mental illness? When I first seen this, I thought she had a psychotic break, to be honest. But after seeing that this was something that she planned, I don't really think it was a psychotic break. If she does have something mentally wrong with her, I think that this should spark a conversation on when do we draw the line for what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. Because, honestly, I feel like we all have something going on mentally. None of us are perfect mentally, whether we suffer from depression, anything like that. But it's like at one point, are we like, okay, your behavior is acceptable and you should get consequences? And at one point, should we say, oh, you should just get counseling and that's the end of it? So I do think it's really interesting. I also think it's a little bit weird how there's tons of women that are African American that go missing every single day and they do not get this type of media attention. But yet someone who, in my opinion, you could tell this was fake from the beginning, it got so much media attention. So I don't really think that we should be discussing or we should blame her for why Black women are not getting the attention that they need because let's be honest, white women, they cry wolf all the time. We still give them attention.
Mm.
But it's just like, at what point do we kind of question the authorities too? Like, why is this story still getting so much media attention where there's still women that are still missing and there's evidence that's telling you this is not fake, they need help? So that's all I had to say. Thank you.
All right, no problem, CC. Janae, what do you have to say?
First of all, Scotty, I just wanted to say I hope you're feeling better and don't let what ignorant people say get to you. You continue to shine and have your swag.
Thank you for that. I appreciate it, child. That's why I didn't even do the live last night. I didn't even want to
Well,
talk about
you know
this.
what? You know what, Scotty? First of all, I understood where you were coming from on both sides of that spectrum.
Yeah, but we ain't even gonna go there up here, child. We here to talk about Carlee and her lying ass, so we ain't even gonna go there.
As
But
Candy would, I love to quote Candy, the lies, the lies, the lies. This is the problem. Human trafficking, can I say that word?
you can.
Sex trafficking is a very big amongst African American women in our community. We as an African American women, we are always the last on the
Oh, uh-oh.
when you know when that kind of stuff happens, it's not really a topic of discussion. So for this lady to go out here and tell a story that was so far-fetched, it's like, how dare you? Shame on you. There are people that are really missing, that really need help and that really need care, and they can't get it because you wasted law enforcement's time. You wasted uh, countless resources, countless. Didn't they start like a GoFundMe account for this lady?
There was a GoFundMe account. Yes,
It
it
sure
was.
was. So it's like, what is wrong with you? Like, as Black women, we already have all these negative stereotypes. Why would you create another one trying to paint us out to be liars? It's a day-to-day struggle to fight as a Black woman to find our place in this world. And you're going to go out and you're going to do this?
Well, you do know that when I first started talking about this story, there were people that were definitely upset at me because I was saying what I was saying, and they was saying some stuff along the lines of, "Well, we don't really know if though that GoFundMe wasn't really for her. That wasn't really for her." Yes, it was. How you gonna sit up here and tell me that it wasn't?
How you going to tell me I didn't see what I saw? Exactly. And Scotty, let's be honest. Well, it ain't no. Let's be honest. F them folks who had an issue with what you were saying. They don't pay. I love Miss Catherine. I love her. But they don't pay your bills. They don't pay your bills. So if they got an opinion, they can have their opinion, but they ain't got to be upset with you about what the hell you saying. They don't pay your bills. They ain't signing no checks for you. F them. F them up against the wall with handcuffs on. Diaga.
Oh my goodness.
My issue with this, Scott, is how long was she going to perpetrate this lie?
That's everybody's issue.
Like, how long were you going to sit here and have countless people wasting time and resources looking for you?
Exactly.
First of all, if there was a toddler on a major highway, you mean to tell me you're the only one who saw the toddler? Mm-hmm. A question, how old are we to where we're playing 911? Just because Wig played 911 with her ex-husband don't mean you get to play 911. Right. And let's just be realistic, Scotty. See, if somebody were to do what this lady did that's not of color, they would try to paint her out, oh, she's mentally unstable, she needs help, blasey, blasey, blasey. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now that it's who this chick is, now, you know, it just bothers me that you would play with 911 and that you would play with a situation like this. Personal experience. I'm going to tell my own story. Mm-hmm. I was in Mexico in my husband's hometown. Sabinas Helvaldo. I think I pronounced that right, Lord. We went and I was in the store and there was the Mexican army. They patrol the city to keep the cartels out because right now the cartels are at war with one another. So I'm walking around in the grocery store and I got a man with an AR-15 coming towards me, and I'm thinking my life is in danger. They wanted to know if I was kidnapped.
Oh wow.
So this is serious. So for her to do what she did, I, can okay. I'm beyond pissed off. I'm beyond pistivity because it's like there are people in real situations that are being snatched up and are not getting the sources and the help that they need because they're a person of color. You, as a person of color, took advantage of a situation and you not only made yourself look bad, but you made all the people around you look bad. Facts. That's what I'm pissed off too. That's exactly why I'm pissed off. Like they already don't want to help us when we have problems anyway. And look what you did. So now, if the next woman of color comes up missing, are they going to take it seriously? Or are they going to be like, oh, this is another Carlee situation? Oh, well.
Right. And just like Chris T said in the chat, holding people accountable is not a bad thing. Carlee was wrong no matter what. And she was wrong. No matter how people try to paint it and slice it up, she was wrong. There's no way that you can go out and make national news and then, and then it don't even be true. And then expect to have sympathy from people. Like, no.
Because I don't got no sympathy for her. I ain't got no time. And wasn't the feds involved?
Listen.
So shouldn't she get federal charges for falsifying documentation? Exactly.
Wait a minute, y'all. I just looked at the neighborhood talk. They said that the Hoover police has announced something else. So let me Chantel, while I try to get this stuff to play, can you give your opinion? Because I'm just about to end this in 4 minutes. But yeah, go ahead and say what you got to say, Chantel. And thank you for coming up. I think this is your first time coming up, if I'm not mistaken.
It's been a while for me, Scotty, but I'm always in the bushes and always doing my moderating duties when I can. But this was a topic that really stuck in my craw. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, and we had a case that was exactly like this like 4 years ago. And when I tell you, by the time we got done with her whole family had to now moved out of Jacksonville. They moved out of the state of Florida. People don't understand. I had to actually sit there and take a human trafficking course. It is so insidious how they do stuff now. And the idea that she thought that her little ratchet plan was going to work, it flies in the face of everybody who really is out here trying to help. They're getting convenience store clerks and stuff in this training because sometimes they miss those signs that somebody is being trafficked. They're doing it in plain sight now. They're not hiding anymore. Facts. They know what the police look for now. They know they look for those white vans with the tinted windows and stuff like that. They done been warning people. These criminals always try to stay at least 2 steps ahead of the law, and they will do it right in your face. The fact that she thought with her pretty privilege that she was going to get by with this, I'm sorry, I hate to say it, she did her ass beat. And I volunteer as tribute. Okay. I'm over it. I'm over it. The next time a black woman or any woman gets snatched up off the street and she winds up being a body that they find somewhere, they need to lay it at her feet. And if her mama and her daddy start piping up, they need to be shut down too. Because y'all know who y'all raised. We as people, we know if we got children and we've been around people, we know people who are attention seekers. And what do their parents do? Or what do their family members do? They try to coddle them. They try to make excuses for them. There's no excuse to be made. At first, I was more pissed off at her mama than I was her because I'm like, I'm sorry, ma'am. You know exactly who you raised. Exactly. Thank you. Don't play with me. But at the same time, sometimes, you can pull the wool over your parents' eyes. But at the end of the day, some heat need to be given to the little dust bucket that she was sitting there doing all this for, too. He need to get some of that heat, too. Even if they can't get him legally, court of public opinion should be roasting him because at the end of the day, you being the dust bucket is the reason why this girl thought this cocky made me plan to begin with. And yes, he should get hit with federal charges because playing around with the Amber Alert will get you federal time. And I know that personally because I know a friend of mine doing 6 years right now for playing on that with their child because they was in a custody battle and they put out fake Amber Alert. Damn.
Oh my God.
The feds don't play. They do not play.
Okay, well, before we, I did not mean for her to go. Before we end this, I do want to play what Neighborhood Talk just posted from the Hoover police. So let's listen in on it.
Okay.
Let's go on mute, by the way.
Oh, my bad. This is It's a damn shame.
Charges you may be filing against her.
That would strictly be up to the district attorney's office.
David Lamb, CBS 42, can you update us so that there is a meeting scheduled for this afternoon with the family, or when is that meeting?
Yeah, no, not a meeting with the attorney, not the family or Carlee. We have a meeting scheduled with the attorney, and that will take place some point tomorrow.
Wait, this might be what we already saw.
Russell or her family at this point.
Not scheduled, no, sir.
Maria Chapman with Fox 6, what's next to close this investigation?
Well, again, we want to talk to Mr. Anthony tomorrow and see if he has any more to discuss about the case. We'll certainly be asking if we'll get an opportunity to again interview Carlee like we've wanted to since she returned.
Oh, we already seen this, child.
Now, knowing that Carlee.
Scotty, guess what?
Well, I'm glad that we got this. You know, we
I got
certainly
an
laid the facts
email
out to the
from my
to you.
child's school saying that they arrested a teacher that had been working closely to my son for SA, aggravated SA, underage child prostitution. Oh no. Oh wait, it gets better. He's been at the school since May. They busted him 2 days ago and he's in Dallas County right now.
They just now busted.
Yes, ma'am. Look it up. Look it up. Red Oak Middle School teacher, and his bond is $250,000.
Okay, Too
Hey,
Feisty.
everybody.
I'm gonna let you be the last one.
Come on, Too Feisty.
How y'all doing
Oh, this gonna
today?
be good. This gonna be good. I can't wait.
Yeah, let me mute.
Yeah, I came to shake a few tables. I ain't gonna front. So let me tell you guys why using Carlee Russell as an excuse to not allocate funds to finding people is white supremacy. It's their job to find people. It's their job to figure out who's making real reports and who's making false reports. It's literally their job. You don't get to pick and choose based on how somebody feels. I mean, by somebody looks, whether or not you gonna find them or not, whether or not you gonna wake up and do your job. Show of hands, tell me who gets to decide based on how people look, whether or not they gonna do their job that day. But we give the police excuses as to who they choose to investigate. And it's not just black women, it's trans women too. It's black trans women. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. So my thing is this: is Carlee messed up for what she did? Absolutely. I would never do that to my family. I would never put my mother through the strain of thinking something happened to me. I was abducted, that I was possibly dead. And she's really messed up for pulling that on her family. I'm honestly really hurt on behalf of her family that she would do that, because I don't know about anybody else, but I really think them people was terrified. I really think the people was terrified. And I think the people,
I think so too.
And I think the people who are, I think they have a little pull in their community, and they called in every favor they could to find their daughter, which is how it ended up getting national attention. Because missing black women go missing every day.
So do.
Excuse me if I go in and out, y'all. I'm driving, but I think they had pull. I think they called in every favor, and that's how we ended up here. But there could be 100 Carlee Russells that lie and make false reports. Guess what? You still got to do your job. They're literally trying to figure out who's telling the truth and who's lying when they make these reports. And white people make false reports every day. They have an entire unit dedicated to finding missing people. You don't get to use Carlee Russell as an excuse for the next black woman that go missing. So yes, is Carlee messed up? Is Carlee a terrible person? Okay, cool. But you know how many terrible people make false reports every day? This is not an excuse. And let's be clear, long before Carlee Russell lied, they still weren't looking for black women and children.
Facts.
That is facts.
This is not an excuse. Like, don't get me wrong. Everybody, you know how I have my thoughts on how people feel. For the people who was like, I wasted my prayers on you. It costs you nothing to pray for people. No shade, it just don't. It costs you nothing to retweet. And a lot of these people have been very exploitive about the story. Let's keep it real. Y'all were using it for content. If you know, hey, if it hit, let it touch and agree with you. If that comment sting you a little bit, then it might apply to you. A lot of y'all were very exploitive, and some of y'all didn't care whether she was found missing or found alive or found dead. But let's be real. Most of you didn't lose out on anything. I feel bad for the people who are in her community
the people who was doing prayer vigils, the people who was donating money to her, that Crime Stoppers, the reward fund for locating her. I feel bad for those people. Those are people who actually physically and monetarily invested into locating her safe and sound. I feel bad for her family because despite the fact that they've done nothing, they're being drugged on social media and they're never going to get over this embarrassment. My sympathy goes through them. I don't feel bad for the people that prayed.
I mean, shit, I don't feel bad for the people that prayed either.
I mean, it costs me nothing to pray for her and wish her well. I would do that for a stranger on the street. It wasn't that big of a deal, y'all. But we're not going to sit here and act like the police departments all over this country have ever cared about. And let's be real too. You don't get to decide on whether or not you're going to allocate funds based on someone's demographic because one Black woman died. I am a Black woman from South Florida, a small town in South Florida. I ain't never been to Alabama. You don't get to decide that some random chick from Alabama is a deciding factor on whether or not if something happens to me, you're going to allocate resources. You're supposed to allocate resources. That's the purpose of taxpayers paying their money.
Facts.
It's not an excuse. And to be quite honest with you, again, if it hurt, if it stings, then maybe you need to do a little self-reflection. We as Black people got to stop subscribing to these respectability politics, okay? Whether Carlee was lying or telling the truth, if people are racist, it really don't matter if Carlee lied. We are living in a racist system in America. They weren't trying to allocate resources to begin with.
Well,
listen,
it didn't matter if Carlee lied.
Right. I already had that Mark and Malik talk with my sons. What Mark can do, Malik can't do and won't get the same results. You need to be careful because you're already perceived as a threat because of what you look like. I tell my sons every day to be careful.
I'm not making excuses for Carlee. I think what she did was deplorable. Listen, heart attacks and strokes run up in my family. I'm telling you, I would never do that to my mother. I would never do that to my family. It would probably kill my mama to think something happened to me. I would never do that to her. And it's embarrassing and it's very disappointing that she did that to her family because I really feel like the people was genuinely terrified considering the circumstances. But Carlee is not an excuse for why the system is racist.
No,
we don't get to justify what they're going to do moving forward. No, we should demand they look for everybody because guess what? One person lied is still over 13,000 missing Black women and children right now that they're not even investigating. And they got the resources and they got the money and they sitting on top of it. That's why every time them automated calls talking about donating to them police funds, I hang up. Y'all got money. We talking about police departments that get over $1 billion every year in funds granted to them from the federal government and from the local state governments. There's no excuse. Why is it that police officers are riding around in unmarked luxury vehicles just to pull people over and give them a ticket? Why?
So they can flex.
Every time we holler defund the police, they give them more money.
Exactly.
So what you doing with all the money? We're not even gonna talk about some of these cities, Chicago, that have all these corruptions going on within their police departments. I'm gonna go there because I can.
Louisiana. Texas, they
that.
just fired the police chief down here and got a new one in Dallas.
In California.
Let's talk about a sheriff officer in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, that it took 4 years. This man had less than 4 years on the force, and he had over 200 allegations of misconduct and police brutality, and he still had a job. And most of them, when they do get fired, they get to keep their pensions. Let's talk about the fact that most of our taxpayer dollars go to lawsuits because of police brutality.
And some of them just move to a different precinct and get another job.
Exactly.
That part. We ain't gonna forget Darren Wilson got a chance to keep all that GoFundMe money and he got to keep his pension. So yeah,
Okay,
I understand the disappointment, but no, we're not using Carlee as no excuse. You're gonna find everybody.
Hold on, because Too Feisty came in. Feisty.
Let's see, y'all.
Shalonda, I hope I say your name right. You can go ahead and give your thoughts. It look like I'm gonna have to prolong this to an hour because Too Feisty ass that came up in here all feisty and shit. So
Scotty, you need to come over for nachos and cocktails. My husband's cooking today.
Oh my God.
Homemade pico de gallo, baby.
Go ahead, Shalonda.
I
just want to say is that, Carlee family is from my hometown, and I know them personally because her grandmama was my school teacher. And I really been so mad about the situation because when the family first announced like she would miss, I'm like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Because I had just seen her like a couple of weeks prior to this happening. And so then when all this stuff come out, I'm like, I really felt like that was like a slap in the face because like me and my friends was like praying. We couldn't sleep. Like my cousin went to Birmingham and was going to like hotels and stuff to help her family search for her and stuff like that. And it was just like really like a slap in the face. And then like Saturday, her mom had made the post like she was home. We didn't know what was going on. So I was like, okay, I'm glad she home. All is well. Because I coming up under her mother post. Now people coming for me like, why you happy, Shalonda? I'm like, damn, I just found out just like y'all found out. I mean, come on now. So I had to just delete Facebook because people was like literally like coming for me, tagging me up on the post, coming for me like, you shouldn't be happy for things like this. And I'm like, I just found out the news just like y'all did.
I wouldn't have deleted nothing. I would have told them to tell their mamas to go swallow something.
And that's what I did. And I did that. I said, y'all probably don't even know the proper way to wipe y'all ass and y'all.
Oh, oh, I like her.
Oh my God.
Like, I was so pissed off with Carlee. You just don't even know. I really wanted to like fight her. Like, I just wanted to just call in and just say that because I know the family personally. They from my hometown of Alexander City because that's where we originally from. They just live in Birmingham. But that just really it was like a slap in the face to the whole entire community because the whole entire community was behind them. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. That's all I got to say.
Well, it was good to hear from someone that is from there. You know what I mean?
Yes, I appreciate you coming up. Honestly, my sympathies really went up for you guys. And I know Scotty can relate, but I'm from a small town too in South Florida. I wholeheartedly understand when it's like somebody you know their family. I'm sure it was terrifying to hear that was going on to somebody you knew personally. So, like I said, my sympathies go towards the community because they are the ones that's most affected. But people have been really nuts on social media. I mean, why is Roy Wood? Y'all know, I don't know if y'all know the comedian Roy Wood Jr., but he's from Alabama. Why is Roy Wood Jr. having to defend Alabama because y'all coming at him because Carlee lied? It's one black woman don't represent me. She don't represent me.
Yes, that's what I was like. Y'all are coming for me. I just found out the news just like y'all. And then I didn't even sleep for 2 days because I was worried. I was like, oh my God. I'm telling my daughter, I don't care what you see in the road. You better run. If they in front of your car, you better run them over and call the police later. I'm just up here just worried this girl stuff still go on, but it's the point that you didn't even have to lie like that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't even take all of that.
It didn't though. It really didn't.
Cause I mean, dang, if you just snuck out to get your little piece, that's just what you did, man.
I mean, if it was really over some Diaga,
that's how I feel.
It was over Diaga. I wish I would. See, I didn't.
Go ahead, tell the tea, Shalonda.
I really, that's how I feel. I got to find out the tea when I go back to my hometown.
Now, when I wanted to go get me some Diaga, I wouldn't create no story like that. I just tell my parents real quick.
Baby, we wouldn't even do that. We would just tell our friend to call the man and tell him we crying. That's all we did back in my day, baby. That's all we did. We didn't have to do all this.
We're going out to eat. I'm gonna go out to eat. I'll be back.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get me some food. Go hang out with some friends.
Yeah.
Ain't knowing I'm going to this nigga house. Like, if I wanted some Diaga, I lie like that. I ain't gonna sit up here and fake a story and come up missing and stuff like that.
Exactly. But Scotty, I love you. I watch you all the time. Been following you for a long time. I be laughing at your commentary. Like every time you post, I just be so tickled at you and your. Y'all are so funny. Because I watched T earlier and I was crying laughing. But I just wanted to call in and just tell y'all how I feel since I'm so close to the community and I'm from down there and I know they family. So I just wanted to call in.
Well, I appreciate it. I know everybody else up here do because it's good to hear it from
somebody that's close to the source.
That's close to the source. It's good to hear that. So we appreciate it.
Don't be honking at people. Get off of mute.
Y'all have a good evening.
All right, you too.
Scotty, would you do something this outlandish to your mama? Like, come on.
Absolutely not. No.
Like, that's the part I can't get past, that you would put your mama and your daddy through this.
Janae, after hearing some of the stuff that Scotty just said about his mama, I'm telling you right now, his mama would have beat the black off of him.
Oh yeah, she would have killed him.
Like this.
She would have snatched him up by his new rope and killed him.
Snipe.
Yeah, she definitely would have.
I'm telling you, them teeth would have came up out his mouth. That's
Listen, listen. Look, my mama and my daddy, when they call me and I don't answer, when the deacon, the deaconess call and I don't answer, they calling my husband. Where is she?
Right.
I mean, I just went to Atlanta, and if I didn't call my mama by the time I made it to Atlanta, she would have had a fit. So I even at 34, I still have to like, Ma, I made it. Now you can leave me alone.
Child, I had to do that when I moved out here. They look here. My parents don't know I had a whole ass accident, but they know I made it here safely. That's all I know. So yeah.
Listen, when I leave Dallas to go to El Paso to visit my parents, they want me to talk when I stop, when I load the car, when I get out the car, especially since I got the grandbabies, they really need to know where I'm at.
I'm about to look here. I be telling them all the time, we grown. Okay, let me be.
They don't want to hear that.
They sure don't. Especially my mammy.
You will always be their baby.
Not your mammy. Oh my God.
I call her that all the time. Be like, mammy.
I'm the youngest too, so I got it harder.
Well, y'all, I'm about to end this because I got to do another video,
and then you got to go to the panel,
and then I got to do the panel, and then I got to speak on it.
You
And
okay,
then,
Scotty?
yeah.
You sound kind of down.
Right.
I'm tired.
Oh, okay.
I'm tired.
Ready to fight.
Why you so tired? You got you a man friend?
No, it's not that. No, when I went to Atlanta, I had worked. By the time it was time for me to go, I worked 7 days back to back.
Oh.
I worked from Thursday to Thursday, and then Friday I left. So
you just sleep on the plane?
No, because the flight isn't even an hour. So by the time by the time I got comfortable, it was over with. So, but yeah, I am kind of tired. When I did my review for RHOA, I had literally just took a shower and got out the bed because I couldn't get up for hours. I was stuck to the bed. So,
You had me cracking up on that Royal video about talking about.
I wasn't even feeling that review. Honestly, I hate it, but I did it.
I love when you read Marho. It makes my day.
Oh my God. Well, y'all.
Throne. Yep. Read her for filth, please.
Oh my God. Well, I'm about to let y'all two go so I could go and do this yes for the mess that I got to do for y'all, and then because I'm trying to have it up within the next hour.
All right, Scotty. You take care.
Yes.
All right. So I'll talk to you guys later. All right. Thank y'all for coming up.
All right. Get some rest. Don't have me come out there. I'm in Texas. I could fly down to Mississippi.
Girl, we know. Go on there.
All right. Now, bye-bye.
All right. With that being said, y'all, I really appreciate you guys coming up and listening and all that other good stuff. But now I'm about to go and do this video for you guys. I'm already while they was up here talking, I was already getting my pictures together for all my graphics for the Yes with Mess. So I'm trying to have it out at least by 7 p.m. Eastern, no later than 7:30 Eastern. So y'all be on the lookout for that, okay? So with that being said, y'all, I'm out of here until the next one. I'll see y'all for Yes for the Mess, and then I will see you guys for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. The link is already out there. It's already in the playlist, so make sure y'all go and get it out the Whether You Like It or Not playlist. And we out. Bye, y'all.